We live our lives by the rhythm of the seasons. We plan our harvests, our holidays, and our very survival around the changing temperature. But most of what you were taught about why this happens is a lie. The single most common belief is that the Earth gets closer to the sun in the summer and further away in the winter. It makes perfect sense. Move closer to the fire, and you get warmer. This model called eccentricity is intuitive, but it is scientifically false. Here is the neurocosmic reality. The Earth's orbit is almost a perfect circle. Our distance from the sun only varies by about 3%. Furthermore, in the northern hemisphere, Earth is actually closest to the sun in January, the dead of winter. If distance was the driver, July would be our coldest month, not our hottest. Distance isn't the driver. It isn't about how much energy the Earth gets. It is about how that energy is delivered. The secret to the seasons is hidden in a single, violent event that happened billions of years ago. It is an event called the Giant Impact Hypothesis. 4.5 billion years ago, a planet-sized object named Theia slammed into the proto-Earth. The collision was so violent it liquefied both planets, knocked a massive cloud of debris into orbit that would become our moon, and crucially it knocked our planet off its vertical axis. Because of that crash, Earth doesn't spin upright like a top. It leans at an angle of exactly 23.5. As we orbit the sun, this axial tilt is stable. It always points toward a single spot in space, the star Polaris, the North Star. This to 3.5-degree lean is the engine of all life and weather. It is the reason we have a winter, a summer, and the vital moments of balance in between. This is the foundation of the solstice. To understand how that tilt makes it hot or cold, think of the sun's light like a laser beam. When the sun is directly overhead in the summer, that laser hits the ground head-on. All its energy is concentrated into a small, intense point of heat, but as the Earth leans away from the sun in the winter, that same laser hits the ground at a shallow angle. The energy is spread out over a much larger, weaker oval. This is called insolation. Same amount of light, but significantly less heat. This is what defines the solstices. During a northern summer solstice around June 21 Street, the Earth's north pole is tilted directly toward the sun. The rays hit us like concentrated laser fire. Simultaneously, the southern hemisphere is tilted away. They are receiving the slanted, stretched out light. While you are on a beach in New York, someone in Sydney, Australia, is wearing a coat. One tilt, two entirely different worlds. But the Earth's journey isn't just to extremes. Twice a year, the orbit reaches a point of perfect mathematical symmetry. This is the equinox, meaning equal night. During the spring verbal and autumnal equinoxes, the Earth isn't tilted toward or away from the sun, it is tilted exactly sideways relative to our star. The result is that the line of shadow, the terminator, runs perfectly straight from the North Pole to the South Pole. Every place on Earth receives exactly 12 hours of daylight and 12 hours of darkness. These are the brief moments of harmony. It is when the temperature is mild and the energy of the planet shifts gears, transitioning us from the intense concentration of summer to the scattered light of winter. It is the heartbeat of the orbital loop. There is a final, vital factor in how seasons are made: our atmosphere. We don't just receive sunlight, we must process it. When the sun is high in the summer sky, the light has a direct, short path to travel through the atmosphere to reach the ground. It loses very little energy, but in the winter, because the sunlight is hitting us at a shallow angle, it has to travel through a much thicker path of air to reach you. The atmosphere itself absorbs, scatters, and reflects that heat before it can ever touch your skin. Even if the sun is shining, it cannot warm you, because the air itself is acting as a shield against the slanted light. You are freezing because the atmosphere is too thick to let the heat through. The seasons are a constant reminder of our cosmic history. They are not random. They are a direct consequence of a collision that happened before life even existed. Every time you feel the first chill of autumn or the first heat of spring, you are feeling the literal lean of the planet. We are all passengers on a tilted rock, governed by the stable, mathematical rhythms of the solar system. The universe is leaning, and we are just along for the ride. Follow for more neurocosmic deep dives.